Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Today I want to talk about relationships, okay? If you are in and out of generally bad relationships, you need to be listening to this. Now I'm not the absolute guru, but I have had a fair amount of experience myself, and I've had a fair amount of experience in psychotherapy, psychoanalysis, and I've generally read a ton of books on this stuff. So, first thing I want to talk about is value. We all kind of know what value is to a degree. You'll hear guys say, oh, she was a 10, she was a 7, he was a da da da. Okay, you get it. Now, the first thing we need to clear up is, if you're in and out of relationships, one of the things you could be doing is just going for the 10. Okay? The problem is, one thing we've got to do is we've got to get deep. We've got to get over looks and looks alone. Looks is the most shallowest form. It's just the ego. If you keep going for the 10, it's very likely that you yourself are quite insecure and you're looking to go with a person who's super good looking to actually inflate your own sense of self-worth and ego. Yes, looks have something to do with it, but attraction really is down to the individual. Secondly, someone who's super confident, has a great sense of self-worth and is smiling and happy, generally makes themselves plus 3, 4 anyway on top of whatever they were. You know, you can't just go for the looks. Looks really are subjective and they're individual. So let's get past that. That could be one area you're going wrong. Okay, looks are literally not everything. You've got to get deep. Generally, what people will do, they do have their own sense of self-worth and value. Without knowing it, they have a value, which if you want to talk numbers, we can go 0 to 10. Now, the problem is, if you don't have a great sense of self-worth, within a region, everybody, when they're looking at somebody across the bar or wherever they're finding them, they get talking to them, whatever, you will project yourself roughly where you are. Like attracts like. Now, if you've got issues, you've got problems, you've got insecurities, you've got a lack of self-worth, it's highly likely you'll attract someone with the same. So, can you see how important it is? When you work on yourself, when you do more, you have a greater sense of self-worth. You will look past those people. Okay? You won't care about the looks, you won't care about none of that stuff because you don't need to elevate yourself. You're already happy, confident. And you have a value, you have a personal value that you protect. You have a standard. So therefore you stop going for those people. Essentially it's a desperation for connection, which I get, we all need it. We all need connection. That's why we can't be without somebody. We'll find it in many different ways. But the point is, and the ultimate thing is, if you keep finding yourself in and out of bad relationships, you have to question yourself. You have to question your own sense of self-worth and value. If it's not good, you have to work on yourself. Because all you're going to do is you're going to keep going in and out of relationships that are not working for you. Because you're not working for you. So I'm sorry to tell you that, yeah, you've got to work on yourself. You've got to get in there, undo those inner demons, find out what those insecurities and sense of self-worth is. It's very likely for most people is a sense of self-worth. That's because you don't place any value upon yourself. You think what you have in life isn't good enough. I'm worthless. I don't earn enough money. I don't do enough of this. I'm not clever enough. I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this. That's absolute crap. That's what society and media will have you think. That's the problem. One of the best ways you can address this, whether you will or not, is entirely up to you, is to, one, go get some psychotherapy, which is, I recommend for everybody, even if you think you're absolutely invincible anyway, I would disagree. 2 is to spend some time writing some stuff down. Write down what you do well. And that doesn't have to be, oh, I earn £1 million, okay? I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm generous, I listen, I work hard. Write down all of your traits. I have lovely eyes. I have a nice voice. I can dance well. I don't care what they are. Society will pass these things off as not having value. They give you absolute value. They are value. Okay? The problem is, the reason why you don't feel like you have value is because you've not even allowed yourself to try and get value, as in learning something new or pushing past your comfort zone, because you don't feel like confident enough to try, because you have no value. The only way you can create a better version of yourself and add more value to yourself is to start building your confidence levels here. Believe in yourself. Believe you have a sense of worth and value. Then when you believe you're worth something and you have value, you try and work on yourself because you believe it's worth doing. And in turn, you go up and up and up and up. So does your confidence, so does your value, and therefore, and inevitably, will your relationships. Okay, relationships are complex. There is a million different areas, and it's not just as simple as self-worth and value, but trust me, you are going to start, you get here, if you're a 5 in terms of your self-worth and you raise yourself to a 7 or 8, you're going to be attracting people as 7 or 8. And they're highly likely to have a lot less issues as well. Like attracts like, remember that, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to fix